Hi friends, I'm Margaret from Alabamaprepper. We got a pile of squash to put up. It is 11:30 at night. I've had my great grandbaby all day today. He's leaving tomorrow, going on vacation, and I just had to keep him all day, and I am devout. But we got a pile of squash we're going to put up. I have been looking at videos, and all the videos I found, we're gonna can our squash in quart jars. But I didn't want to cook my squash in the pressure canner for 45 minutes. So I seen a video, and it's the name of the YouTube channel is A Little Bit of Earth, and she canned her jars. She canned her squash in quart jars, but she water bathed them, and she only water bathed them for 10 minutes. I hope you can see me here. But anyhow, she used a solution of 16 cups of water, 1 cup of vinegar, and a tablespoon of salt. So she mixed that together, and she said that you only have to water bath your squash for 10 minutes if you use that solution on it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try it. She said that when you start to use the squash, put them in a colander and run water over them, and you won't have the vinegar taste. So we're going to try it and see if we can do it. So we got all these squash. They've done washed. I have scalded my jars. I have heated my lids. If you water bath can, you need to sterilize your jars, and you need to heat up your flats too. And that's for water bath canning. So I put my jars in the water bath canner. I've heated them up. They got up to about like 150, and I kept them in there for 10 minutes. I've watched some videos that says you don't have to sterilize them if you're going to cook anything over 10 minutes. So anyhow, I sterilized mine for 10 minutes at 150. Heated up my lids. I don't know how many quarts we're going to have here, but our squash is just doing so good. I put up some in the freezer. I'm gonna try this. I wanted to put up some. I don't know how it's gonna be, but she said it was real good, that this is all they had ever done. If you use the vinegar, that you can water bath them for 10 minutes. So that's what we're gonna try on this. I've done some. If you watch any of my other videos, I've done some where I put in the freezer the no blanch, where we put in the freezer for short-term usage. So we put that in there. Done that one. So I wanted to do this one and try it. And I am going to do some of the quarts that you do cook for 45 minutes. And I think you would really use those probably for something like a squash casserole. But Lord has blessed us with squash this year. We eat squash, give squash away. We just had plenty of squash, and I'm thankful for that. And squash are short term. You know, they don't make very long. I think we're gonna have a very good picking, like probably Saturday, tomorrow afternoon, I imagine. Now I'm not gonna put any salt in these because the solution called for a tablespoon of salt in it. So I'm not going to add any salt to them. I'm packing them as good as I can pack them in here. But you got to leave a inch headspace. You want to be able to leave your inch headspace. So those look pretty packed, I believe. Pretty good. Okay, still got some left, but not quite for cooking. Probably put those in the freezer. Okay, we've got our solution over here. And we're going to fill our jars. Leave an inch headspace. And I hope that's enough for this mini. Oh, she said 16 cups of water would be enough to do 7 quarts, so we're hoping that we have enough to do all of them. Had my grandbaby today. He's 20 months old. They're leaving, going on vacation for a week with her family. And I'm telling you, I'm already in rituals. I keep him, and I have always kept him so much since he's been born. He is such a joy. So anyhow, I'm glad I got a lot of canning to do this week, so that maybe keep my mind off of not having him. I hope and pray they'll be safe and have a good time. Let me see. This is hot. If I can. I believe we just about got enough. All right. You want to be sure you debubble. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but while I'm debubbling, I can see the bubbles coming up. Be sure you debubble, because bacteria can get stuck in these places where you don't debubble and cause a bacteria, and you certainly don't want that. So what we'll do is, if I can find give me just a second. I have to go find my vinegar and my water. Wipe your rounds real good. And use your little magnet. Try not to touch the lid. And put your rings on them. I'm going to go ahead and debubble these and wipe all of them, and I'll be right back. Okay, we've got all of our jars filled, and we had just enough of solution with maybe a half a cup left. And when you put your lids on, only tighten them finger tight. That way they feel a lot better. They have room enough, the lids have room enough to breathe. So we're putting them all in here, and it is full. My vinegar that I had left that I'd done the lids with, I'm gonna put it in here. That will keep keep your rings from turning, and also it will keep your jars from being foggy. I think I'm gonna have to take a little bit more water off out of that. It's got just a little bit too much in it. So we're gonna let this come to a boil. We got it with about an inch above the tops of the jars. We're gonna let it come to boil. And then we're gonna let it go for a rolling boil for 10 minutes. And when we get through with that, I'll get back and show you the results. My water bath canner will hold 7 quarts. So that's all I can water bath in it at a time. A recap is to wash your squash, cut them at your desired thickness that you want. The solution is for 7 quarts is 16 cups of water, 1 cup of vinegar, which you can use white vinegar or the apple cider vinegar, which I use the white vinegar because that's what I use for everything. 1 tablespoon of salt. Heat it to a rolling boil. Sterilize your jars. Pack your squash. Debubble. Be sure you debubble. Wipe your rounds. Leave 1 inch headspace. So we're gonna fix these up, and when I take them out of the cooker, I'll get back with you. Thank you. Okay, we took them all out. They're already filling. It looks real pretty. So we hope they'll be okay. We will check them out in a couple of days. I will fry up a jar of them and we'll see how they do. This is not an approved recipe, probably. It would just be tried, but she said she had done it for years and it's the way she'd always done it, so I wanted to try it. So thank you for watching, for being with us. If you like our videos, subscribe to it, give us a thumbs up. We'll have more videos on tips and canning and cooking. And so anyhow, y'all have a good day, have a good night, and God bless.